welcome back. I am, as usual, gonna make sure this is going. Okay, cool. It's going. All right, so I'm just gonna jump right into it because there's no time to waste. I have 5 days left to get all this done. That's okay. I'm feeling pretty confident the further I get into this and the more I talk with people about my project. And I had a chance meeting with a friend of mine this morning. So I want to give a big shout out to Rafi. He helped me figure out what the heck was going wrong where I left off yesterday. So I'm going to show you what the heck was going wrong. And yeah, we'll do that and get in the guts, get in the nice meaty bits. So just a recap, this is my gifting calendar app. It's React and Redux frameworks on the front end and a Rails API on the back end. So I am starting up my Postgres stuff right now, I think. Unless oh no, I clicked Docker by mistake. Oh, joy. I love when I accidentally click Docker. Okay, now I'm starting up Postgres. Yay, it's running. Oh, gosh. Okay, I have to wait for Docker to load up so I can shut it down because that's going to take up a lot of CPU that I don't have to spare right now. Oh my gosh. I haven't had a Coca-Cola in forever. Sugar. Come on, little Docker. You just keep loading and loading. Let's go. Alright, well, let's see. I do want to so like I was doing the other day, here we go, it stopped dancing, so I'm gonna quit there. Okay, cool. So now I'm not scared to start up my Rails server and have too many things going at once. It's no longer scary to me. I'm going to do that and bring up my Rails server here so y'all can check it out. Let's see. Going to localhost 3001. Good sign so far. Recipients, here's our index of recipients with the seed data I made with Faker. Awesome, looks good. So that is the back end. Now in the front end, I was in this tutorial branch yesterday because I was following a tutorial written by Dave Sadia. I was talking to Dave a lot yesterday, even though he'll never see it. I was having a one-sided conversation with him. And I wanted to put all this stuff in the branch tutorial in case I royally screwed up my app. And the way it was left yesterday was, yes, I indeed had it royally screwed up. But thanks to Rafi, he took some time this morning and spoke with me, and oh my goodness, he cleared it up for me so quickly. And it's just the way I learn. If I have someone explain it to me and show stuff to me, like, hey, look, here's an example. You're showing me this? Okay, take this and manipulate it that way, and you see how it changed. That makes so much more sense to me than watching a video or reading it, or like doing a code sandbox. I'm very interactive when it comes to learning, and I think that's very important for everybody when you're learning a new technology, is finding what your learning style is and trying to seek out resources for that is compatible with that learning style. So now I'm starting up the front end, and we're gonna get a big old error. Ready? Ready for it? Hi John, I will be committing much ass today. Um, for uh, for those of you who are catching up on YouTube later, because it's only me and John right now. Committing ass comes from a misspelling, but it's a great term. We're sticking with it. There's going to be so many people watching this entire build on YouTube. I just know it. I just know it. Yeah, it's a big old error. So in Redux here, it's saying like, hey, you don't got nothing in your store. And when I went over it with Rafi and showed him, he was saying, well, look at your back end. If you want to get this array out, you'll have to say data. And when I did that, it was like, bam, magic. You ready for this? You ready for this? There's a debugger. Get past that. It's not rendering correctly, but that's okay. Don't care about that. But now I have stuff in my store. Ah, cool. It's all going through. I'm like, yes. And then he's like, or what you could actually even do is destructure your code that you're passing in. Because I was like, oh, well, maybe I should put JSON.data so it's not as confusing. He said, just destructure it right here. The rendering I have right now, I have it in recipients index container is where I'm rendering, but I will be doing that in recipients list component. My number one goal right now is to have data showing up, just appearing somewhere, right? So I was like, oh my god, you can destructure things? That's so sweet. And So now it comes in a lot more easily that way. Now I'm getting just this array. However, I'm getting this array of objects, and it's the way the objects are coming in is ugly. It's ugly, right? So first, I'm happy with this, and this was my sticking point the other day. I'm happy that this is going through. So I'm going to take this stuff out, this debugger, and I'm gonna commit that as front end, and I'm going to do git commit fix fetch fix fetch function. That's good. Oh, I need to add them first. Duh. Git commit. There we go. Fix fetch function. Cool. And then now I'm gonna check out my main. So it's up to date with origin, and I'm going to merge the tutorial branch in here because I like where that is. I'm gonna do git push origin delete tutorial. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, and then git branch delete tutorial. So now this is nice and clean again. Everything is all saved up. I'm just on main again. Now the next part of this, I'm actually going to shut down my node server. I'm not going to need it for this next part. For Ruby, I want to backend. I want to change how this shows up because it's just not pretty right now. Because when this is going in, basically it's where did it? Okay, here we go. It's coming in like this to the state. It's like, okay, there's an object with an ID of 1, a type for recipient, and then attributes that is a nested object. And really, I want like each of these objects to be a recipient. These attributes would serve me better if they were not nested a level. So I'm going to go to that, what was it called? That gem that I used for the serializer, JSON API serializer. Here we go. And I'm gonna close that down. Oh crap, what did I do? No, go away. Okay. What did I do? I'm breaking everything. Okay, here we go. And let's play. Let's play. So, hey Mike, you missed everything. All the important things, you missed them. Sorry. Um, I am right now. Right now, I'm taking my. So this is what my back end looks like, and I want to make it look different. And this gem uses. So here, I'm going to close these. And go to. Oh, hey. Where are we? This one. This is the serializer that makes that data look the way it looks. So I'm in the documentation and I'm just like, how can we make that look different? Let's do something about it. And this is pretty nice that they have this, especially when going from JavaScript to Ruby, because JavaScript has that camel case and Ruby has the snake case. So when you want to do a key transform, you don't have to set it yourself. But that's just besides the point. Let's see. Attributes. Has many actors, movies. Okay, let's see. Attribute values might require some more information. No. Conditional relationships, relationship serializer. This is all going to come in a little later when I actually add more models. Here. Attributes and relationships can be selectively returned per record. No, that's not what I want. Customizable options. Set type movie, type name of object. Well, let's see what that looks like. Set type recipient. Set ID, owner ID. Belongs to owner, record type user. No, don't need that. That looks like... Oh, huh. That looks like custom object type for a relationship. Okay. I kind of want to see what happens when I set ID as well. Although that doesn't exist, so I'm going to comment that out. It might just infer it, because it's a gem, and gems are like little libraries for Ruby. Deserialization. Don't know what that means, so... let's see. Alright, I'm going up to the top. Ooh. Okay. So this is what class movie has ID, name, year, actor IDs, owner ID, movie type ID. Set type movie, set ID, owner ID. Oh, okay, so that would be for like a belongs to relationship, I think. And the owner of that movie will be the user. Okay, so I'll just save this, and then let's see if this changes at all. Not a bit, not one bit. Do I need to restart the server? I might have to do that. But it might just infer this too, so... Yeah, so nothing at all changed. Now, I thought there was a way to get your attributes out of there, but I could be completely loopy. Let me see. I'm going to refer to some other projects real quick, but I don't want to pull them up on screen because I don't know if they would be comfortable, these people would be comfortable having their code up on screen. But I just want to see if they did like the same thing I'm doing now. It looks like this one did. Maybe. This is weird. And then there's, I mean, they're great projects. Wish I could show them to you, but my conscience wouldn't feel clean. Mike, get on the rails train. Choo choo, it just passed by. Yeah, I mean, it looks like um it looks like it's going fine, except hold up. Gem file. This is weird because these two projects they just looked at, they use serializers but didn't call them in their controllers. Which kind of makes, oh, they use active model serializer. Did this other person do that too? Huh, maybe I should look at that one. Let's check that out. Active model serializers. I don't need you. Okay. Let's see. I don't understand. They're like, here, try these other things. I mean, ours is like okay. But it's like Jesus. A 1-to-many relationship, everything. Models to serializers are a one-to-many relationship. Everything will need to be explicit. If you want to serialize a user with a user serializer, you'll need to call it directly. Okay. What is this? Documentation. Here. No. Is this what I want? This is not helpful. Okay. There we go. Getting started. Why do they keep bringing me back? Okay, let's see. Take me somewhere useful, please. Okay, this looks familiar. This is what I did for Gem. And this is pretty much the same thing as what I have now. Model associations and nested serializers. Huh. Hey Drew, what's up? Thanks for the link. And it opened in a page that's way over there. Yay! This is what I was looking for. Include active model serializers JSON. Hey Drew, do you use this? Do you use the active model serializer, or do you use different gem when you need to use serializers? With attributes would include action. Maybe he took off. Okay, so namespace models. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm looking at this and I'm realizing that active model serializers will expect the corresponding serializer to be inside the namespace. And I'm wondering if... No, I don't think that's the same because this is including this serializer, whereas this is inheriting. Since I'm using an API namespace in my routes right here, I can show all of y'all who weren't with us on the first day. But since this is a gem, this is pulling it from the gem file. So I'm thinking that doesn't really matter. Go away. Thank you. Oh lordy. Where'd that go? Hold it. I'm gonna check on one thing here. Well, these other projects didn't namespace their serializers either. And they could have just done it completely wrong, which is a possibility. What about this one? So this one, I know he won't care if I share. Oh, we're going slow today. There we go. Eventful API. What did we do here? We didn't do any, it looks like. What? What's going on? That's strange. Oh, hey. You know what? I forgot that he did like kind of a build where he used branches. So gotta go to the end. There we go. So, okay, so he used the same one as I'm using. And it looks like that's not namespaced. The event has group ID, so poster URL. Yeah, this might just become a little more clear once I add once I add more stuff in there. Current user events. Oh, but he also did authorization. One thing I don't understand is this using event.all. When you make a serializer, I thought that you're supposed to create new objects with recipient, like use this serializer.new because that's what it says in no, this isn't it. That's what it says in here. JSON API serializer. Although now this is object serialization. Okay, so render JSON some model will call to JSON model or models if it's a collection. Yeah, I understand that. So it's cool. I'm a little puzzled because so in this example, the index, they're setting event.all to events, right? And then they're calling render.json on the events when they have a serializer for their events. Instead of using this serializer, I would expect them to put event serializer.new and pass events in there and render JSON from that. So I'm gonna do this and see what I get back. Just to see, because right now it's this and now this is all, this isn't nested anymore. And that's what I wanted, but I can tell it's not using the serializer either. And I feel like it needs to be at some point because it's going to have it's going to have associated objects with it. So maybe I should start building out the back end part now to determine how I want to shape this data that's going to be passed into the front end. It's using active model serialization. But I don't even have that in here. Oh, it's built in. I'm feeling confounded, y'all. I've been in JavaScript land for too long, and this is bugging the hell out of me now. So now I'm opening up. This is my project from. I did another Rails API backend with vanilla JavaScript front end, and I'm coming back here and seeing what the heck I did here because so I used fast JSON API here, and I want to see what the heck happened here. No such thing, huh? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, we got some disagreement in the chat now. Uh-oh. Here we go. Let's see what my routes are here. Oh, where's these darn controllers? I gotta comment out these authorization controllers. If I want to like be able to do anything. Okay. Let's see. Okay, API v1 topic request. Let's try this. Requests. Okay, so yeah, it looks like it was the same deal. It had nested, it had the type here, and then the nested attributes, and then the relationship with nested attributes under that. And then I'm opening up the front end because I want to see how I handled the data when the fetch came in. Portfolio projects. There we go, Mike. Train's coming for ya. Rails train. Let's see. Oh, not that one. Is it this? I can get magnified. Oh yeah, they come by all the time. So new topic request, data. So it looks like fetch URL, fetch options. So there's the get method. What was the URL? So I had it pointing specifically to the requests. And then topic requests dot data dot for each attributes. So that, okay, so that was, this is equal to topic request, and then this object would be equal to data, and then this is the attributes. So basically I'm just gonna have to go and destructure it further down after I get that first level fetch, like destructured fetch. Oh, okay. And relationships. This, I'm pretty sure, is easier to manipulate because I can add, yeah, I can add the ID as an attribute and find that by ID inside the front end of the app instead of having to just nest that data in there. And that's where Redux will come in a lot of handy, because if I just kind of have this instance where I fetch everything when the web app starts up and have it stored in the app state that exists in the store, then instead of having to worry about like, oh my gosh, now I need this object that's attached to this ID, I can just get that slice of state from the store. You're like, okay, let me just grab out the companion objects and filter through. Ah, here's the one with ID 5. Yay, that's what I need. Only different stuff this time. Hello, 11 wyverns. I don't think I know you, but hello. Oh God. Okay, let's do. What did I do before? Here we go. So, back in the gifting calendar at getting them that serializer game on again, and okay, We got Chatterbox. We got Mayonnaise. We got Owen Money. I love Faker. Snoop all you'd like. That's what I'm here for. Just snoop around, hang a while. I'm really just muddling through this and decided maybe people want to watch me muddle. And that's where we are. Okay, good. This is going on. So, I just said that Snoop Dogg got. I love Snoop Dogg. Oh my god, I adore him. Snoop and Martha's picnic party or whatever. What's it called? Snoop and Martha's backyard picnic or they just have. I saw this behind the scenes interview with them at their show, and it was the cutest thing ever. Like, Martha's going around the set like a drill sergeant, making sure everything's just perfectly in place, and Snoop Dogg's trailing behind her playing a harmonica, and it's the best thing ever. Anyway, he's a big family man. So, serializer, controller, good. Let's go back to the front end now. I'm still gonna leave that back end server running for right now, so we can see the shape of the data. Oh, I'm gonna refresh it because it's different. There we go. And cool. Don't need that. Front end stuff. We're fetching. Okay. So now we're getting back this ID and recipient and the attributes that are nested in here. And I had something else I got out of my conversation this morning with Rafi. He was telling me that's a good idea when creating my reducers to create them by ID. So create a whole bunch of reducers pertaining to the recipients, and how I had in here this combine reducers, that I should use that just at the bottom here. And hold on just a moment, because I want to just double check on what I'm talking about. Ooh. Where to go? here we go. Okay. Yeah, and then okay, so what what I'm gonna do is this. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. Thank you. So I'm renaming this recipient, and this is going to be const what was I doing? Recipient equals combine. Oh my gosh, please get out of my way, you big old block of text. Reducers. Alright, I have to import that still though. Up here. So import combine reducers from Redux. And I was also talking with him, and it's good to have that action, those constants in a like file by themselves. So I'm gonna put them in here. And I saw this, and I'm wondering if this is gonna work, and we will find out. Oh wait, actually, I don't think I need that. Import. Oh, here we go. Actions, action types, and then here, well, here, we have the same thing. So we're importing that. I think, oh, I messed something up. What are you on about? Export function, fetch recipient. Oh, this, no. Where are we? Here we go. I think, okay. From action types, okay, that's good. We're getting those in. And then recipient, we want this from actions, action types. Okay. That's yeah, that's good. And then does anybody see what the hell this is yelling at me for? Export. Oh, you have to put. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, that's not it. Maybe if I turn it into a arrow function. No, it's definitely not. Yeah, it's something else, and I don't know what. Action types. It's saying the error is saying from expected fetch recipient fetch recipients.js from expected. What the hell does that mean? Tell me more. Because these are defining constants. That's the action payloads. These are the action types. And action. Huh, okay, let's see. This was working. Return dispatch. Is that? Wait. Return dispatch. Okay, so this was working until I did that. So I moved this out of here. So let me see what happens now. Okay, that didn't fix it. Did I delete something that needed to be there by accident? Reload window, Command P. I didn't even know that was a thing. Motherfucker, was that really it? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Oh my god. No. That was really it? Okay. At the risk of setting this all off again, I really want to try this thing. Okay, cool. Oh my god. What the hell? That is so weird. Well, thank you for teaching me something, Mike. I appreciate the help. Jeez. So, what was I doing? Oh, okay. So, here we go. Before I go any further, I'm gonna do some commits. Is that okay? All right, see ya. Git commit, rename file. Okay, what did I change in here? Oh, whoops. Git commit amend. Pretty sure that's what it is. Oh wait, no. It's, or is it revert? Is it revert? Git revert. Given one or more existing commits, revert the changes that the related patches introduce, record some new commits that record them. No, I don't want that. I think I want git reset. Git reset. Git reset. Yeah. That's what I want to do. Okay. Git reset. Soft. Jono told me this one the other day. It reset soft. I think it was like that, something like that. What is it? Tell me, Git. Tell me what I have to do. Reset head. Git reset soft head. Oops. Damn it, forget. Git reset soft. Oh, there we go. This is what I want. This is what I want. I just want the last one. Because I want to add this. And then I want to do that. Okay. And then fetch. Yeah. Okay, git add all, git commit, and move constants to their own file. Oh look, my terminal's being weird again. Alright, and now I'm pushing. I'll push it. There we go. Now I'm gonna check out a new branch like I should have in the beginning. Silly Meg. Day 4. Day 4. 5 days left. My branches should be countdown branches instead of like count up branches. But hey, you know, just going with the flow. And close that. Store is here. No, not store. Export fetch recipients. Okay, actions. Don't need that. Reducer. Don't need this anymore. Okay. Cool. So now back to what I was starting to say before I got into all that nonsense about Visual Studio Code just being tricky and trying to make me have a heart attack. Almost got me. Almost got me, Microsoft. Maybe it's the caffeine. Could have been that too. So, some more excellent advice from Rafi, who I just adore more every time we speak because he's a very nice guy and very knowledgeable and just helped me so much. I'm forever indebted to you. He, I'm commenting this out real quick because it's not working. It's just kind of a placeholder. So he explained to me that it's really good to have for your state to have a different reducer for each property in your state, and then so like this is my recipient's reducer, so the reducer file, so I can have like my what we have, the recipients have like by ID. Oh, here we go. He said that it would be good to do kind of like this recipients as my initial state and have them by ID, or I'm going to put this IDs. But actually, you know, I'm going to put recipient IDs because I am going to have other resources coming through from the back end, and I don't want to I was going to say I don't want if they're nested under recipients, then it seems like it shouldn't be an issue, so I can always change it later. And then by ID is how he said I should organize my objects that come through. So this would be kind of like the equivalent of these nested objects that are coming through. So in this array, each object gets put in here, and then each ID is coming in here. So here, this will probably be better explanation or kind of visual thing. So you see there's this key, it's a key value pair. So JavaScript has the keys starting at 0, but in Active Record the IDs start at 1. So this key would go into that IDs array that is created right here, and then the values would go into by ID object, and then it would be easier to look up different objects because then I could use a hash table or a hash map and use that instantaneous lookup that's made available through a hash map instead of having to do some sort of iterative function like map or for each through an array. And I hope that explanation kind of makes sense. So where did that little picture go? There we go. He also said it's good to put for Boolean is loading instead of loading, because it's just convention. And then for each of these, like I said before, for each of these props in the state, I would make a separate reducer, and that would, its job would be handling this. And then it, in the end down here, I combine reducers. So I'm going to take this commented code. So I don't want to copy it around. And put it here. Let's see. Okay. More recipient actions to build out. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to do I think I set this up wrong. Initial state. I think this has to be nested. Actually, now that I'm looking at that, and that kind of makes sense, because the recipients would represent that data object holding, would it? Let me think about that. Recipients by ID. One, two. Okay. Now that I'm thinking and looking, I think I may have described part of what I just talked about incorrectly. Sorry. Because starting from 0, 1, 2, these are keys to these values, but now that I'm looking at the example he gave me, I'm kind of thinking that he's like, yeah, just throw that out, because it doesn't really matter. You want to take the ID that you get through from the back end and pair that with those nested attributes, which is that recipient object, and then take those IDs and toss them in there as well. I'll have to get confirmation on that, or just do it. Just do it! And if it works, then I'll know. Yeah. We'll see. Oh, hey Ryan. I'm glad you're able to stop by. Able to stop by and watch one of my light bulb moments where the light bulb was actually me realizing that I explained something horribly wrong and going back on my word. Welcome. Yes, Redux. I am figuring it out as I go, and it's very confusing. So we, as in me and whoever decides to chime in on chat, are taking care of it. Yeah. Okay, so I defined this initial state, and now I'm going to create 4 different reducers and then combine them down here to export them to the store. Wait, did I already? I think I already have that set up. Let me just double check. Yeah. So just gonna change that, and that'll be waiting for whatever else comes its way. So let's go for it, and I'm gonna start with an easy one because I'm scared. Okay. Let's do, so if I'm returning state, recipients by ID, IDs. So this is destructuring the state, and let's see. So I definitely want to get rid of that. And just this junk. Now, I feel like I need to do recipients dot error, but I'm not positive. So I'm gonna go to my curriculum here, and double check, because I can't remember. Like I said before, I've been shoving so many things into my brain that I think it started pushing some stuff out the other side. And that was like important stuff, so I gotta, like, you know, keep it all in. Keep it all in there. Let's see. Life cycle methods, props and state, ooh-ba-doo. Oh. This may be it. Updating state. But it may not be. Because this is React and reducers are in Redux. So let's go to reducers. Ooh, okay. Action, don't mutate state. I'm trying not to. I really am. Age, the older dog, the dog, ID, name, dog, age, dog.age +1. Hey. Let's do this. Let's read the docs. Yay! I love documentation. Moved out. Read the docs. Okay. Whoa. Let's see. Object assigned. Create copies with new or updated values. Object assign is used to return a new state object. I'm gonna zoom this in. My apologies, people. There we go. While effective, using object assign can quickly make simple reducers difficult to read, given its rather verbose syntax. An alternative approach is to use the object spread syntax, recently added to the JavaScript specification. Let's use the spread operator to copy enumerable properties from one object to another in a more succinct way. Okay. So that, yep, that looks good. Below, get added IDs maps an array of ID values to an array of objects with values returned from get product and get quantity. So get added IDs state.cart.map ID. And they do object assign get products state.products ID. Whoa, that's okay. Hey, what's going on here? And it's simplified below. So there spreading the get product advantage using the object spread syntax. So they're spreading the get product array and calling state.products and ID. I'm still not picking up what the heck this is. I guess quantity is a prop that's on products. Whew. Let's see what else is going on here. Getting started. Counter incremented. Nah. Oh, look at that. Learn with Jason. Okay. This is, oh my goodness. Whew. You know, I understand using a counter for like, yeah, this is a very simple thing. Use counter, but like it's super simple. Someone learning Redux, it seems like they would have a grasp of a very simple counter app and would be using it not on something like that. And so maybe more useful example would help, because like that's not helping at all. Oof. Okay, so let's see. This may help me though, because this is like nested objects and crazy stuff, which is what I'm working with. Crazy stuff. Copy object, overwrite A, copy object dot A, overwrite C. So object 2 is you deconstruct object, then you take A, deconstruct object dot A, and then you take C. Great. Okay, so deconstruct object, take A, deconstruct again, C. Oh my god, I think I did it. I think that's how you do it. And if it's not, then oh wow. So in this case, object is initial state, and A is recipients, and C is error. So if I want to make a copy, which is this return, I'm gonna do that to initial state, which is the same as state. I'm gonna spread it. I'm going to overwrite recipients, and then the curly brackets inside, I'm going to spread state again, put dot recipients, and then overwrite error. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I think I did it right, and I'm going to keep it that way. Action.payload dot error. Whoop. Okay. And you get to go right in there. Kitty, kitty. Alright. Let's do another. That was so fun. I want to do another. My goodness. Ah, I'm having so much fun right now. So much fun. Okay. It's loading. This is true. Here on success, it is false. And on error, it is false. Or on failure, maybe it is false. So is loading. Oh, here we go. Gotta change the name of you. Okay. And now comes the fun part. Oh boy. By ID, and then IDs. And by ID, IDs. Okay, now, what the hell am I gonna do with this? Let's see. So I know IDs is getting this ID. Boop, right there. Okay. That shouldn't be too hard, right? I can figure that out. Oh, Lord. So, let's do this. I'm in the wrong one. So IDs, I'm just gonna put this here. IDs equals, so if the fetch is a failure, I want the IDs to stay what they were. So what do I do for the other things? I'm going to pull up that lovely tutorial yesterday. Dave Sadia Redux tutorial. Dave, we're gonna have a conversation again. One-sided conversation again. So you're never gonna see this. Dave. You got me so far. Little bow, where are we? So you showed me where to look in my console, see where things were actually happening, and you also use a freaking counter as well. Like, we already had that example in the documentation. Sorry. Use something else. Like, I'd even take a to-do list. The second most common thing. Where are we? Dispatch Redux actions from state component. Did I blow right by it? Where the heck is it? I think I might have switched. Where are we? Okay. There's definitely something about fetch. And it was lovely. Oh, I didn't blow right by it. Just hadn't gotten there yet. I was just being impatient. My goodness. Yay. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Here we go. Okay. Failure. Okay, maybe you want to keep the items around. Do whatever seems right for your use case. Ooh, yeah, no. I want to keep my items around. So I would... Yeah, I don't want to clear that out. I don't want to clear out my IDs if a fetch fails for some reason. because then that would just clear out everybody that's there already. That doesn't seem like good workflow. Okay, so what is this called? User and let's see. Actually, visual guide to references. Action creators, reducers. A new state value based on state and actions argument. They are not allowed to modify the existing state. Instead, they must make immutable updates by copying the existing state and making changes to the copied values. You must not do any asynchronous logic, calculate random values, or cause other side effects. Check to see if the reducer cares about this action. If so, make a copy of the state, update the copy with new values, and return it. Otherwise, return the existing state unchanged. Store dispatch. Okay, so I'm thinking that selectors. I didn't even ever hear of that term before. Or am I? I'm thinking that IDs would equal IDs equal IDs, right? Because you're keeping it the same. Oh, I feel like that's not what it should be though. State that recipients. Maybe I don't need a failure for these ones. Because I only need the failure and the error, I think. Right? Okay. Okay, Dave. What do you think? Set loading false. Save the error so we can display it somewhere. Since it failed, we don't have items to display anymore. Oof. Okay, error handling. The error handling here is pretty light. Basic structure will be the same for most actions that make API calls. The general idea is dispatch a failure action when the call fails. Handle that failure action in the reducer by setting some kind of flag and or saving the error message. Pass the error flag in the message if you have one. into components that need to handle errors and conditionally render the error however you see fit. E. E. Oh my goodness. Dave. I feel like your tutorial needs like 5 go-throughs before it'll make sense. Let me see. I had something else up. Part of me thinks that I'm missing something. A lot of something. Okay. Back to here, to reducer. Manage friends. Add friend. Okay. Oh yes, this was the super unhelpful one. Okay. Let's see. We're doing something here. Oh, here we go. Here's a to-do example app. Learn React, learn Redux, build something fun, like not a to-do app. Or a counter. Map, set, promise, date. We need an array of to-do item objects. Each item should have these fields: ID, text, completed, color. Okay, this looks a lot like how my data is. Okay. Type, to-dos, to-do added, to-do toggled, color selected, all completed. So that's a lot. Okay, this is actually probably something I should do. Create a list of actions. Because that would definitely help. So let's do this. Where am I? I'm opening up my front end repo. Where are you at? Here we go. And I'm gonna just write some stuff. Find some more information about my project build here. Woohoo! So pumped. Plan actions. So my planned actions page. I'm going to put so I have the recipients, occasions, and items, and let's do this. So type recipient recipients. What's the one that I actually built? Begin fetch or something like that. What are you called again? Okay, fetch recipients begin. Well, I guess that one's actually called fetch. No, because these are each type. So fetch recipients begin. How do I do that? There we go. And then payload. Okay, this is going to need to be bigger. There we go. Payload is recipients and there we go. Gosh. by ID IDs array is loading. Wait, what do we do? Okay, so I don't even have to put the types. Just put the attributes in there. Okay. So we have that fetch recipients begin, fetch recipients success, and then failure. I also want to put add new recipient. Remove recipient, and then update recipient. Oh. Okay, that looks a little nicer. And occasions, pretty much the same damn thing. As far as I am concerned, occasions. So, add, remove, update. I'm trying to think of use cases for all of them, and it feels like there are use cases. And it just seems like a lot of repetitive code though, and it's like yeah, I'm not even sure if I'm doing it right. I'm just hoping it is. I'm shooting in the dark. We will find out. Occasion. Oh Lord. I can't wait till I'm back doing things that I know how to do. That'll be fun. I actually am very much enjoying this streaming. And was thinking, because after items, I'm gonna do. Okay, yeah, I would do the same thing. excuse that little, I don't know, word burp or whatever that was. I make sounds with my mouth. But yeah, after I'm done with this project, I am getting back into a different project that I had started last fall with redoing the Ruby for Good website. And since that's completely open source, I think I'm going to be streaming. It's like, was that twitching? No. Streaming that. I think it'll be fun. That's built on Jekyll. And all I'm doing is like making things pretty. So, yay! Now that I'm thinking about this, I feel like there should be another subset in here because this has attributes as well. So this would be ID, name, mailing, address. Yeah, that's that. Because we're nesty. Very nesty in here. Let me double check, actually. Hi. I am, I'm taking from a few different guides and just mishmashing things together. I'm not following one guide. Probably, oh yeah, I'm not using Firebase. I'm building on a Rails API backend for this. Yeah. And that's totally cool because, oops, I forgot one. Because I've already done a project where I used Rails to build out an API backend with a vanilla JavaScript front end, and that was a learning experience. But yeah, this time around, it's really, when it comes to React and Redux is where I'm struggling because I just haven't had much time to grasp it, and the project's due in 5 days, so making do with what I have. So I'm putting in there we go, these nested attributes, and yeah, I like how, so what I'm doing right now, Hitokiri, is creating just kind of like something on the wiki of my repo that is modeling out my, what is it? The actions that I want to do. That's what's suggested in the Redux documentation. And I was like, oh, sounds like a good idea. Let's do it. And let's pop that link in here. And actions link. So then I know Okay, that's what I want to make happen. um, and so writing producers. Now we know what our state structure, our actions are going to look like. It's time to write our first reducer. Why not? Okay, good. Yeah, so it looks like the state is really going to be 3 slices with like nested props inside. Although I'm looking at this is loading an error. I'm wondering if that has to pertain to the specific fetch or not. And also, do I even need... I don't even think I need that on the types that aren't fetching, because those... you know what? I'm not gonna mess with it right now. I'm gonna leave it. Maybe I don't need it. Maybe I do. Not positive. Uh, okay. Redux app really only has one reducer function, root reducer function, that you'll pass to create store later on. Let's start by creating a reducer.js file alongside index and app. Every reducer needs some initial state, so we'll add some fake to-do entries to get us started. Oh my god. I apologize. Where is... Here we go. You get back over there. So let's look. Let's look and see how I did. Okay, initial state, default, return state. Let's add logic to handle the to-dos added. To-use state to-dos in the new to-do object. ID next to-do ID. State.todos, text action payload completed false. Okay, so my thing looks like this. You can just go away now, I don't need you. Oop, okay. By ID, fetch recipients begin. Oh. by ID put that in there. And then this one's IDs. Just gonna put that there for now. Okay, so oh, that's not what I want. You go away. Thank you. Okay, all the existing state data, but has a new array for the to-dos field. All of the old to-dos. And the new to-do object. Okay, so this one, whoa, what? What? What did you just do? This one we're saying, hey, what do we say? Let's get back to where we were. All the existing state data, a new object for the recipients field with all the old okay, now that doesn't make sense. Because the recipients is just an object. Oh, motherfucker. Okay. So what am I looking at here? No, that's not what I want. I gotta check out this data again. Because this is too crazy. Hello, viewers. You are getting me on a chill night. Yesterday I was in a rare mood. For real. But, what is happening? Oh gosh, yeah, because I screwed everything up. This is what happens when you mess everything up. just wanna see the data come back. Okay, fetch. Let's put a little bug. Let's put a little bug right here. Oh, I'm getting some sympathy. I'm getting some sympathy from my therapist. She's like, it's okay. You'll get it. I know. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Pip. This is Pip. She's my coworker. She spent the last 2 hours rolling around on the floor in a puddle of sunshine. And, yeah. I appreciate the good vibes you're sending. Thank you. She's staring at me so seriously. She's like, you're very welcome. That's what I'm here for. Oh, baby. Alright. You're still gonna... Okay, let's see. Container. This is like, I don't know what you're talking about. Because you changed things here and not anywhere else. Fine. I think that I'm gonna go with my gut, which could be a horrible mistake, but we'll see. Oh, hey, okay, nope. What did I just do? What did I just do? Didn't want to do that either. Recipient by ID. Recipient IDs. Is loading. Error. Let's change some things around. Let's get rid of this nesting crap. Who needs it? You know? You know what I'm saying? I don't. Recipients by ID. Recipient IDs. And then there. Delete. Get out of my house. Alright. Get rid of this nesting. And this one. Recipients by ID. Recipient IDs. And throw this down here. And oh gosh. Okay. I'm gonna put this into here because it's supposed to be an array, and you can map over an array, and I'm going to do this. Just gonna put the ID. And then we'll just know if it's working, right? Just stop already with these errors. I don't even have it in here, do I? Can I just... There we go. Recipient IDs. Okay, so it's saying, nope, 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 nope. It's saying that don't exist. So what are we gonna do here? Recipient IDs. So the payload that's coming in here is supposed to be this array of objects. That's what's supposed to be coming in. And then let's see, on success, what are we giving them? What are we doing? We're, okay, going back to the documentation. Array. So, Jesus. My brain is frozen. I feel like I'm dancing all around the answer. I'm just... State dot recipient IDs. That's what I'm going to go with. And hope that is right. But it's not. It's not. It's going to be action.payload. That's returning the data. The data is shaped like this. Action.payload. And I'm going to need dot map map. Recipient dot ID. And I'm gonna want to throw that into a base 10 parse int. And I'm getting sick and tired of these pop-up boxes. Jeez. Alright, let's see what happens. Ah, okay. What's happening here? Hello. You joined me for the burnout show. I'm stuck and confused and let's see. Props, fetch recipients. Yeah, I'm having a blast right now. This is super great fun time. Okay. This map states props, state map recipients. Oh my god. Well, I at least know that my error is working correctly. So there's a typo. Whoa. Jesus. Okay. Now, let's see, recipient IDs. Is this going to... I need to fix my state right here, because this is not right. And I think it does need to be nested. Funny enough, after I did all that deleting out, but is it It's supposed to be nested in an object or an array. Because that is what confuses me. Shown an object, so. Alright, let's do it. Recipients. State dot recipients. Alright. Let's see if this fixes everything. Yeah, Kuka, I'm trying to unbreak my store. Because I got stuff nested and then I unnested it and turns out that actually wasn't the issue. Yay! So I get to go and refix everything. Correct. Don't you just love it when you're such a good fixer, you fix things that aren't broken? You're like, oh man, it's so well. Okay, I want to make sure. Okay, it's loading. IDs. That's good. Recipients by ID. And then initial state is nested. Okay, so I went the other way. Oh no! I fixed it really, really good. I fixed it so good that I fixed it doubly good. Oh, Meg, what are you doing? Oh man, okay. Huh. Yeah, that's a tough one there. Let's undo everything I just did. Doop-a-doop-boo. Kuka, I'm glad you were here to share this moment with me. No one would believe me. Okay, we're getting back a little bit. So I'm thinking that I need to destructure my initial state in each of these. So I'm looking right now in Redux DevTools, and in my state, let's see, where are we? In my state, it has like this recipient object, and these are supposed to be the props, but within the props we can see that there's like another level of props. So I'm getting something nested where it shouldn't be, and I'm not exactly sure how that's happening. And where am I? I have some examples that I'm looking at from other projects. So let's see. So maybe maybe I'm going to do this. I'm going to explicitly set my initial state in each one of these and see what happens. Yes, I think it is nesting another initial state. And I'm doing this for a project to complete my coding bootcamp, or else I would not be using Redux. I'd be using hooks, because the project that I'm working on is not big enough to be requiring Redux. And it's really just a pain in the butt. Alright, let's see what that does. Nope, no. Oh wait. Okay, I'm getting there. Getting there. Just don't need this. Oh, maybe I do. That's weird. Or maybe, I don't. This doesn't make sense. What is happening? Should I just pass it in, like, just get rid of it? Default state. But I don't want to do that because then I'll be overwriting whatever I have. Is there any double ups for my keys and combined reducers? This. I'm gonna put my debugger back in here just to, oh, okay. So things are moving. Oops. Okay, so this is an array. The payload is an array. Is it a key value like this? It looks like it is. Maybe that's it. No, the payload is just an array because I'm destructuring the object up here to return just the array. This is what the data looks like. So instead of calling data, yeah, it's coming in as an array. So it looks like it is coming as key value pairs, which may be what's screwing with my thing. I need paper. I need to figure this out. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Whew. Okay. So data equals an array that has key value pairs and it's like this. We got ID, type, attributes, which is nested in itself, like in itself is a nested object of name, mailing, address, and preferences. Okay. And then it goes on to this is my beautiful drawing. I'm trying to like hold it, but it's difficult because I'm looking at delayed time thing. But so that's what my data's looking like. And it's coming back like crap. So I need to figure out a way to get, basically it looks like I'm gonna need to get only the values out of the array, just scrap the keys, don't care about them. So that is another thing that I should probably destructure. And I know there is a method. JavaScript reference. Keys. No. value. Ooh, value of. I don't know. No. No, I don't want the keys. I want the values. I could have swore. I could have swore there was something. Oh, I might be thinking of Ruby, but oh, or maybe not. Values. Oh no, here we go. That's a thing. Object dot values. Object one. Cool. I was looking in array. I should have been looking in object. Oh, well, I guess an array is a type of object, so that'll work. That'll do, pig. So I can do object dot values. Everything goes back to the root, to the object constructor. Yeah. And that gives back an array, supposedly. Let's see. What is happening? Because I want. Actually, no, I can do this. Okay, data. Cool. And then object dot values data. What? It's the same damn thing. But an array is an object. For each so okay, then I can do data map let let's try it. It's still giving me this fucking bullshit. Is this just how it comes back every time? Maybe it is. Oh no, it's Kuka, you're fine. You're fine. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be what's this called? Streaming. If I wanted people to not talk to me. Shut up! Don't talk to me! If you want to loop over arrays, you should use array methods. Yeah, I just didn't see any array methods. Some sort of splice. Like, okay, is this an actual key, or is this just some weird console log thing? Because it's showing up every time. No, because it's an index. This is the index. This isn't a key. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, but okay, so technically the index is the key of each item in an array, but JavaScript doesn't treat it like that unless you explicitly treat it like that. So JavaScript's all loosey goosey. I'll do whatever you want to make you happy. Ugh, so unpredictable. Sorry, I come from Ruby on Rails, so JavaScript is just like popping off, you know, and I'm like, whoa, you gotta calm down over here. Okay, array of objects. Each object is giving back an ID, a type, and attributes. Well, good for you, Kuga. Oh, man. I definitely think that there's advantage to the flexibility going on with JavaScript. It just takes some getting used. It takes being comfortable with the language for sure. Because when there's so many different ways to do things, it's like hard when you're still learning. It's just so hard. God. This is going. No, not here. I need to mold you, shape you. So maybe it's action payload. No. Okay, so this is what I did before. I put the action payload and the payload is an array of objects. So map over the array for each object. Oh, okay, that's not what I wanted. For each object in the payload, I was calling on that ID and making it an integer that I'm setting that to an array inside of an array. Oh. Am I? So I could just instead do, I am doing that, aren't I? Because map is an array function. Yeah. That's a good catch there. Oh my goodness. Why did I do that? Silly, silly. Okay. Megan Bacon. It's okay. What's the error now? Recipient IDs. Nothing. What is this? What does this even mean? I don't know. So I'm not getting anything here, which might be why. Am I? Oops. You're right. That's not helpful, is it? Oh, more things. I don't know what any of this means, but this is empty. An empty object, and that's why that's going off. That should be null. Am I even passing anything? Type fetch recipient. I don't have an error property. Can I just make something up? Now you return objects with the data in it for the payload instead of. Wait, why? You return objects with the data in it for the payload instead of just the data for the payload. I don't know. Because that's what Dave Sedia told me to do. And that is why. And then someone else told me today to separate all of my reducers and then combine them at the end, which I actually think is a really good idea. Here, this is where I saw that. Yeah. It's a long and confusing tutorial, but it's also kind of helpful. Um, and I like how there's error handling in it, but now I kind of just want to rip it out because it's getting in my way. uh, if I lock action payload, where would I even put that? I really don't know. Um, for the return. Okay, let's do. Oh. Alright, doesn't like that. So that's really weird because it's triggering this, or else it wouldn't have logged. Wait, I just want to be sure. Uh, is it I just wasn't drilling down enough? I thought that was the whole point of doing this destructuring right here. Now I have to, now it's like not enough. What are you trying to tell me? Stupid Redux. The object rat in the payload. Okay. And you are still being a pain in the butt too. Ooh! 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 Yay! Ah! Gotcha. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. Thank you, Kuka. Oh my gosh, you're so helpful. So, okay. Because I have it like this, when I send out the payload, it has to come out like that too. Where is this coming from? This data? Because I thought this was coming in from here. Oh, so this is destructured right here. Okay. Oh shit. Oh. Yeah, I don't want that. Don't want that. I don't want that one either. I want. That might be why. Okay, that might be why the error keeps coming up too. Let's find out. Maybe. Minions. I mean, it's still working, so whew, okay. Error. Okay, so error null. This is okay. This is good. I'm still not positive why. Okay. Cool. Cool. CPU ID is loading error. I kind of just want to take this out. Because it's giving me too much trouble. And I really don't have time to be fucking around with something like that. I know errors are important to have error catching, that I can add it back in after I turn in my project, because it's not required. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Recipient.IDs. Okay, I screwed something up. What did I mess up? I did change that. But I fixed it, alright? That was good. Or was it? Because I thought I fixed it. What's happening? Hold up. Okay, begin. Success. Begin. Please loading. Success. Apply. Recipient. Okay. That's all good. And the code. Stop props. Okay. So I'll try to put it back and see what happens. Initial state. I don't know. No, it shouldn't need to be nested though. Hopefully. Yeah, here we go. Same damn thing that was happening before. Alright, and now let's get this working again, because for some reason it's no longer happy. It's just like, oh, now I'm not gonna work because you took out something completely unrelated. So I'm going to throw a temper tantrum. I'm going to throw a temper tantrum. Console log. Recipient IDs in the render method. probably going to be an empty string because that's what it has. Oh. So it's not a function, which means type error. It's empty. It's nested. It's how? Why? What? Ah. So the only reason it's nested is because it's in. I'm putting it as a default state. Recipient IDs dot recipient IDs. Where do you see that? I don't think so. This is just showing an object that has the key value, like this recipient IDs array in it. So like it's just surrounded by the curly brackets. Yeah. But the object isn't called recipient IDs. Is it? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. Let's see what you're saying now. Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Oh, Lord. Lord. Okay, how did that get turned into an object? Map states, pros, recipients. I'm ready to throw my laptop out the window. I'm ready to toss it. Recipient IDs. Ugh. Yeah, but these are all showing as objects. I don't think that's the reason. I know I'm being stubborn, but I don't think that's it. Let's try it. Empty array. Damn it. How did this happen? Oh. Yeah. What time is it? Oh, Redux. Redux is it's liking me. It's liking me. I'm going to commit things because I know how to do that. And I'm going to stop for the night and have a beer or 3. I'm like, oh my god, make it stop. But I really, really appreciate your help. And for all you other folks that hung in there when the going got tough. What did I accomplish in this past bit? Not a whole hell of a lot. Let's see. I'm gonna okay, so put these and git add oh no, you weren't annoying at all. You were definitely helpful. Yeah, like super, super helpful. So don't think that you were bothering me because you weren't. Yeah, definitely. What was this? Yes, definitely want to do that. Not that one. No. Yes. I'm gonna stage that and that. Okay. Git commit remove error handling, and then git commit work on recipient reducers. All right, and then I'm going to push. Who's gonna dig? Yeah, D4. Pushing that up. Pushing it up. Okay. Do I have my thingy thing open? I do. Ooh, here we are. If anybody's interested in just poking around, be my guest. Yeah, but like I said, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to be doing this again tomorrow. I'm going to do it again after this. I host, hey Glenn, yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. Code don't sleep. Oh, and tomorrow's my birthday. So, yeah. But I'm gonna host Coffee Code and Chat from 10 to noon Eastern Standard Time, and it's hosted by Women Who Code Philadelphia, but men are more than welcome. We welcome everybody. We actually have like at least a third of our attendees are men pretty much every time. And yeah, it's fun. And then after that, I'm gonna be coding. I'm gonna probably try to do it earlier in the afternoon. And then I'm gonna get a big old sundae, or I don't know, some ice cream concoction that's gonna be really good. I can't wait. But right now I'm gonna crack open a cold one, so yeah. Cool. So yeah, Kuko, thank you so much for your help. And again, Rafi, if you stumble upon this, thanks again for your help this morning. And for everyone who popped in, glad you were able to make it, and see you soon. All right.